Let's see. Oh, well, is audio reading? Yeah, it looks like it is, right?
I don't know. Can y'all
Give
hear
us
us?
give us a, huh?
I said, can y'all hear us?
Give us a Hubie Halloween if you can hear us. Um, is chat frozen or are people just not mega pint? Jesus. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Any Hubie Halloweens in chat? Why does it feel like? Okay. When's the movie? There's always like a moment of pure panic before I see my first Hubie Halloween. But now I feel okay. It's like just the beginning of a flight, and there's that ascent, and you're just like, oh, and then once you kind of even out, it's Hubie Halloween. Hubie. That Matt Karen guy. What? I didn't know we had a superstar in chat.
Oh.
Matt,
What's up, Matt?
You'll be happy to know that I've been editing the Onyx movie and wish I had someone to work with me on it. I mean, Olivia's been working with me on it. No, but I meant like an editor, like Matt sitting there. No. Jesus Christ. Now there's turbulence. On the flight. No, I wish I could send some. Bye. Good night, Olivia. I wish I could farm out some sequences for Matt to do string outs of, and then we sit here and we talk them through. You know what I mean? I'm not going to send you home with an Adobe Premiere file and, ask you to do work over a weekend. That'd be fucking tight. Give you a little shuttle drive. I know. And Matt Karen's too busy anyway. But you're with me in spirit, Matt, as I edit. I often think about your brilliance. For people that don't know, Matt Karen edited all of Welcome to the Shadow Zone and many an Onyx sketch. They should be excited that Matt's in chat. He's an Onyx Crew MVP, all-timer. Okay, so anyway, the more I compliment Matt, the more Olivia's insulted. Olivia has been sitting with me while I've been editing today, and we've been cutting. I sent a GIF to Michael and Clark, the other producers on the film, that was Edward Scissorhands trimming people's hair and saying that was in essence what we were doing over here.
Apparently I wasn't doing anything.
Jesus Christ. Hubie homies unite. So I thought it'd be fun today to read through some comments from the Facebook group where people were talking about titles for a possible sequel and just see what kind of conversation that brought about. And maybe it'll get Olivia back in a good mood and she won't be so angry at me, etc. But also, we're here to answer any questions you have. What's that?
Can we move it slightly closer? I can't read it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, God, you did.
Okay.
That's better. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's close. Huh! Oh my gosh, robots. Okay, so first of all, I think people probably did I ever drink Brother Tea on the streams during the Kickstarter? I feel like
I think you did.
Yeah. Editing is going as editing goes. Clark and Michael also asked me like how I feel about the edit. You know what I want though? I want this to be taller.
Yeah, me too.
I want it to be taller. Also, I wish my cheeks didn't get red after one sip of beer. But what are you going to do? We can't, certainly can't change the world, and we can't change our genetic makeup. Nope. But anyway, my producers asked how the edit was going. And I said, I am equal parts excited and concerned as I edit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's no doubt in my mind the movie's going to work. So there's not a question of like, oh, we're in peril, or, oh, I think it's actually going to work. It's just this constant little thing of, figuring it out as we go. As Olivia knows. I
think it's working. What do I know?
Well, the stuff we were cutting just now.
Yeah. It's all working.
There's stuff that it all works, but then you kind of get into little moments on a granular level and you try to make it work better, differently, try things out, experiment.
Maybe we should hire a real editor.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. All right. So anyway, why don't we read some proposed titles for the Onyx sequel? Oh wow, the first title suggestion is Olivia is Queen, Olivia is Bay. Wow,
Imagine that.
that's a good suggestion. Nobody said that, Olivia. That's me trying to get back into your good graces.
It's not working.
All right, let me go to the private group on Facebook and read through some of these. There's a picture of Grammy Boy. Grim. Where was this talked about on the Facebook group? It's already a couple weeks old. First of all, there's certain things that in the Facebook group, people flag as being, not pertinent to the group and to the Onyx movie. And a lot of times I remove them. But then there's stuff like this where there's an Alf meme. And that stays in the group.
Yeah,
sure. That stays in the group. Could you show them an Alf?
Hero hair is here.
Hero hair. It stays in the group. Now, I'm not saying you can sneak in inappropriate stuff by way of an Alf meme and it will stay in the group. But I'm just saying most Alf content will stay in the Facebook group. Okay?
Very important.
That's just a little bit of housekeeping at the top of the stream. For anyone in the private Facebook group, Alf content stays in.
Wait, Sherry, Aaron, and Travis are here.
Whoa. Sherry, Aaron, and Travis from Hero Hair. I love it. I love it. Someone asked what the editing process is like. I missed the...
Yeah, what is the editing process?
Oh, does editing feel like when you say a word too many times and then it eventually doesn't sound real anymore? I actually never... I don't have that. Mm-mm. I feel like, because you're always thinking about it differently, you could actually watch something 90 times in a row and it feel... What? Emma? Props? Emma?
Oh my God.
We're getting all the superstars. I'm like blushing and it's not from the beer. We're getting all the superstars.
Hi, guys.
Hi. I find that I can watch something over and over and over again in an edit, and it never begins to sound like something or look like something that doesn't make sense.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. If anything, like the things that are repetitive lose their value, and you're only seeing the things the things that you're looking for. Like when you edit a music video, you don't hear the song at a certain point. You're hearing beats, you're hearing things that you're cutting to. So somebody said, are we doing FX? Well, I am editing to lock in the cut. Then it will go to VFX.
You were starting with the end.
We're starting with the end. You've been very involved in the editing process.
Heavy visual effects stuff, so we can send that off.
Yeah, we're cutting the finale first. And then we're going to get that over to VFX. And number one on their list is to de-rosy my cheeks throughout. Just kidding. Stefania Makeup did a good job with that.
She did.
The first meeting we had, she was like, so what are you looking for? Do you want to keep some of your natural skin? I was like, no. Yeah, maybe look like a pale boy.
You look like a little fresh baby the whole movie.
I look pretty fresh. There were some scenes where I'm like, that was a tired day. That was a 3 hours of sleep day.
I'd say most days were tired days.
Most days were tired days, but they were also super fun and cool. You'd say that, or
the most fun and the most cool.
Okay, good. Isn't it a rule that directors shouldn't edit their movies?
What?
Oh no. Boo. Just kidding, Gus. Not to boo someone in chat, but no. That's not a rule. Actually,
a lot of directors edit their movies.
Yeah, a lot of directors do. A lot of times you're shooting for the edit. A lot of times, and not just with comedy, but specifically with comedy, you're writing for the edit. You know what I mean? You're writing something that has to be cut on certain beats to get the punchline across.
You're really good at writing and shooting for the edit, always.
Oh, thank you.
Super efficient at that.
Thank you. And to be honest, I am, and I don't know that you'll agree with this by the time we're finished the cut, but I would say I am harder on Onyx than other people. I will cut, like I'm already thinking about the scene where Onyx gets drunk and starts dancing.
That was the one I was thinking about earlier that I wish we were cutting that one.
Yeah, that would be a fun one to start with. I've already thought that I'll probably start by keeping 6 Onyx bits in there, and I'll want to cut it down to 3. And I bet you and even Clark and Michael might want to keep 4 or 5 bits in. Yeah. I will be harder on Onyx.
Even though I've seen you do Onyx for years, I still laugh every fucking time. As you can see, it's like really annoying to edit with me because I just laugh at the Onyx.
No, it's not annoying to edit with you.
But it works. The Onyx of it all always works.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And also, I feel like
is it nice to be complimented?
It's really nice, Olivia. I'm really enjoying it. If you could get a couple more in at the top of this stream. It's also nice when you're here when I'm cutting because I can ask a question out loud. It's not just me in my head going, does that work or is there a better? And it's so much easier to just say, like, do you think that should be a wide? And you're like, nope. Or yeah, but not that wide.
Yeah.
It's really good. Earlier, Olivia had a suggestion to elongate what? Elongate a moment. And I hadn't thought to elongate that moment. I felt like the moment was rushed, but I hadn't thought of digging back in and making it any longer because my editor brain is like, well, let's deal with that later. But then she clocks it and we kind of impregnated the beat. I don't know why that's the word that came to mind. And it is better. Anyway, I've defended myself as an editor now for the person that said directors shouldn't edit their own films. Also, I've been forced to be an editor my entire life, and I can't ignore that skill set. I've been an editor for as long as I've been a director, so those things are fused, much like Seth Brundle and The Fly in the Cronenberg movie The Fly, and that's a reference for Matt Caron because he loves The Fly and he loves Jeff Goldblum, and also we watched it this week.
We just watched it this week. Still holds up.
Still holds up. Still
fucking good.
Still is very blazed. Okay, so compliment vibes tonight for sure. We're super chill. We're complimenting everyone, and it's all good vibes. Okay, here's some of the suggestions. Onyx versus Basket Case, which I don't know if have you ever seen that movie Basket Case?
Yeah.
Okay, Onyx versus Basket Case would be good. That's a case, no pun intended, where I would rather just have a basket case type character in an Onyx movie, as opposed to actually like blending the franchises. Is ours a franchise yet? Not yet, but it could be. I don't know.
Chill stream.
Onyx versus Basket Case. Oh, someone said they're excited for the X-rated parodies.
Well,
which then somebody said Onyx the Fornicator and the Talisman of Holes. Jesus. I mean, I like the improv exercise of like what are the X-rated Onyx titles. I think Talisman of Holes is pretty good.
I'm a child.
No, that one got me too.
I'm just opening this a little more.
For sure. I don't think we can see my rosy cheeks enough.
I just want to make sure we see them.
What's we'll stop this when it gets to be too much, but
oh, that's too much.
What are some other that is too much. Sorry. What are some other NSFW Onyx the Fortuitous titles?
Are people popping more into chat? Like
I don't know. I'm asking. We will see. I mean, the most basic one is just Onyx the Fucktuitous, which is great because it totally ruins the word, but is forcing the issue in a funny way. The Meat Hut. Well, yeah, you got the Meat Hut too. I don't know.
I mean, Beefy Bad Boy.
True. I think what would be funny is for Onyx to be in the dirty parody, but just as a background actor who's like, what? And, watching from afar through the door frame.
Yeah.
I would like you to take on a Hen and Lauder style film. I think there's Hen and Lauder aspects to this movie. I would say it's more concerned with character and plot than Hen and Lauder. And that's not to throw shade at Hen and Lauder. He's just a very honest kind of exploitation filmmaker. But I love Hen and Lauder films. I secretly want to remake, problematic title, Frankenhooker. But I would want to remake it in a way that would make the material through a modern lens and actually say the right things. Okay, anyway.
You'd be really good at that, actually.
Oh, yeah? You think so?
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they're compliments or if I'm going to get sideswiped with something.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll find out. Onyx versus the Volcano. Joe versus the Volcano. Well, I'm talking like we're running out of time.
I know.
And it's 6:15.
We just fucking started.
I know. I don't know what that is. It was that iced coffee. It still hasn't burned off. Onyx
Drink
versus
some of the mezcal.
Did you put mezcal in mine?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna have some whiskey, but I'll have whiskey at 6:30. Richard J. I will not breathe. Onyx versus the Puppet Master. I'd love to mix the Puppet Master franchise. However, I don't know. I think the franchise is a little sullied, and it might not be one that I want to mix Onyx into if I can leave it at that. I didn't like the last Puppet Master movie. That's what I'm trying to say. Onyx versus Puppet Master. Skip. Onyx the Fortuitous and the Goo of Garath. Well, I will say this: the sequel is currently titled Onyx the Fortuitous and the Demons of Blank. What is Garath from? Because Garath is kind of a cool name. Demons of Garath.
What is that from?
What is that from?
Onyx does Dallas.
That's
that's pretty basic, and I like it
for sure.
But Onyx, honestly, the whole movie would be Onyx just goes to Dallas.
He's just looking for good barbecue.
Looking for good barbecue.
Yeah, y'all have good brisket here.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone else is like trying to engage sexually.
Like Onyx, when the gang goes to Manhattan in like the fourth movie.
Oh yeah. Well, you skipped to number 4, dude.
Shh.
Oh shit.
Well, we got 2 and 3 done.
Yeah, we got 2 and 3 done. We're just like writers in the 80s. We just did a lot of coke today and wrote both Onyx sequels. Coke equals iced coffee. Onyx the Fortuitous versus the Munchies versus the Ghoulies. This I'm all about because you're never going to get the Gremlins in an Onyx movie.
Well,
unless Jesus Christ blesses us.
The actual Gremlins?
Right.
Okay. I thought, your original pitch with the little
Gribbles.
Gribbles, yeah.
I had a Gribble pitch. # Gribble pitch, get it trending. And that was basically our version of the Ghoulies or the Critters or the Munchies or the Gremlins. But they've already been written out of number 2. I've kind of lost interest in the Gribbles.
It's better now.
But they can come back. Part 3 has a lot going on, and Olivia's working on part 4. So maybe the Gribbles can be in part 4, but I love the idea of taking the Munchies or Critters and incorporating them into an Onyx film. Like a franchise that they're not going to do anything with, just like Universal did with the Monsters and, was it Abbott and Costello meets Frankenstein? I always get the comedy duos confused. But anyway, you could do the same with Onyx. Onyx versus,
There's a couple of them.
Onyx versus Psycho Gorman. That would also be good. Similar practical effects heavy 80s throwbacks. Would love a little Onyx Psycho Gorman crossover. I would love him to just be able to give Psycho Gorman a hug. Onyx the Fortuitous is Fright Night Out. That's a good name.
Fright Night Out is a good name.
Fright Night Out. Onyx the Fortuitous versus Gremlins 3. We need to chill on that. I may need to end the stream.
You need a minute.
I might need a minute. Onyx versus Audrey 2 from Little Shop of Horrors. Once again, we might need to chill on that. Might need to end the stream. The Demons of Forever. Onyx and Little Willie's Excellent Adventure. That'd be great. Weekend at Onyx's. Weekend at Bernie's reference. Love it. Onyx versus Todd. Love it. Onyx Goes to Camp. I mean, Onyx Goes to Camp is kind of this first movie.
Yeah, that is kind of the first movie.
It's just instead of summer camp, it's a trip to a haunted mansion. But I think you kind of get, it yields
Onyx
the same
versus
results.
Predator, and I could play the Predator.
God damn. That would be fucking great. You kind of do play the Predator in the Onyx movies, though.
I do.
You're the big badass who's hunting us.
That's true.
You can have a skull and spine slung over your back in the sequel.
Done.
To a Meat Hut employee that you've killed.
I feel like I needed more coffee.
To what?
To keep up with you. I'm like half asleep.
Well, it'll change once I get some whiskey in me. Maybe I'll start to come down. Ernest Goes to Camp, but replaced with Onyx for sure. A mix of Friday the 13th, Onyx 3D, Onyx and the Goblet of Fire.
Sometimes
Onyx.
It's the simplest ones.
Onyx versus Evil Dead. Hello.
Nice.
We'll see about this new Evil Dead, but a big problem I have with the remake from 13.
Oh my God, is it that long ago?
Yeah, I think so. Is that there was no humor. And what is Evil Dead without humor, without Bruce Campbell, without Sam Raimi? Is it just a possession movie? Is it just a zombie movie with no personality? # no personality in the Evil Dead remake. But maybe the new one, Evil Dead Rise, will have humor. And maybe it'll be back to being what it should have been all along. Onyx the Musical, Don't Fuck With Me.
Done and done.
Done and done. There is, we sing in this one.
We do. Well,
we do.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we fucking do.
Yeah, you forgot. You're like,
I kind of blocked it out.
You remember recording the demo in the hotel? screaming.
Recording
Yeah.
demo.
Where I was like, I don't know if I can hit it. And I would do.
I want to pull that up so bad.
You can if you find it. You can play
I know
it.
where it is.
I won't be embarrassed. Onyx versus the Ass Blasters, which is great because that's from Tremors 3 when they nicknamed the Tremors Ass Blasters. And I would love it. Onyx versus the Tremors would be great. If you got me and Kevin Bacon, here's the thing. If I'm ever in a film with Michael Gross, who played Stephen Keaton on Family Ties, I will retire the moment we wrap. And I don't care if I'm not even 50 at the time. I'm retiring after I work with Stephen Keaton. You found that fast, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
I know right where the fuck it is.
Whoa. You want to show them now?
Well, I don't know which take it is.
Well, great. Let's maybe vet that first. Vet that offline before you send it out. Is it just me yell? Is it me hissing? I was too far away from the mic.
Oh God, I'm scared.
You should probably do it again. You didn't watch it yet?
No. Should I watch it?
I don't know. I don't think I. Oh, it's just me doing the hiss.
It's just you hissing. Wait, let's get you doing.
Onyx and the demonic furries from beyond the grave. That's great. Oh, but all I was going to say is in the sequel, there's like a whole Phantom of the Opera style heist sequence. That's a mix of Phantom of the Opera's Masquerade with When the World Falls Down from Labyrinth. Yep. You can show them.
I don't know if this is a good take.
Oh, that's me doing the low takes.
I know.
Because
I
was
want
scared
to get
to
the
do
big,
the high ones.
The big boy.
Somebody said suddenly Onyx. Suddenly Onyx.
Do they know how good you are? I also have a video of you doing Suddenly Seymour.
You have me doing Suddenly Seymour?
I think so.
The theater kid in me would be excited to watch that, but I don't know if you'll find it. So, Hero Hair. You're talking about wigs for the Masquerade sequence?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be nuts. So, Onyx the Musical will kind of happen in part 2. You know what I'm saying? So here's somebody in the Facebook group that says, as long as Onyx does not go to space or back to the 1800s, that's where sequels go to die.
Well,
problem, because it's happening.
Yeah.
If we got to make more Onyx movies,
think we're not? I mean, come on.
Yeah, Matt, you're kind of right. Onyx the Musical is just cats. It's just him dressed like Rum Tum Tugger.
I don't really have you doing the big one, but let's see.
You know, Jason Derulo narrowly beat me out to Rum Tum Tugger.
Do anything for love, but I won't do that.
Taking it so seriously.
I won't do that.
I wish I had the big,
I know. I was stressed because it wasn't really hitting, but then it was fine for the demo.
Yeah. Oh no. How do you get your focus back?
I don't know. Oh yeah, kind of get close and then roll back. Onyx or Glenda, that's a play on for Ed Wood's Glenn or Glenda.
I know.
That might be.
Are you all right?
Yeah, that might be a movie to make. Onyx and the Demons of the Abyss.
What if Onyx should screw?
Ew, boy, that would be fucking tight.
Yeah.
I thought, well, they're going to say something else.
Oh.
But no, that's okay. Will Onyx hose me down with holy water if I get too hot? The funny thing is, Matt, that line is not in our Meatloaf parody, which is wild because it should be. But we had to go with the stuff that made sense for the plot of the film, oddly enough, which there were a lot of Meatloaf lyrics that made sense for the plot of the film. I know, Matt, if you were cutting it and I was like, Matt, take that line out, you'd be like, fuck you. And I'd be like, take that line out. And we'd get into a fight about it.
Oh, I miss you, Matt.
For sure. Onyx and the Secrets of the Cellar. Oh, but in the third one, we've already determined he goes to space. So that's happening if we got a third movie. If there's a world where this movie led to 2 sequels, as if it was 1986.
I've said that so many times today.
1986?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe there's something there. Onyx and the Temple of Goo. Onyx Crittermania.
Oh, I love me some critters.
Onyx goes on Jeopardy. Onyx versus Clowns from Space. Onyx is Halloween Spooktacular. Onyx and the sex-starved psycho cheerleaders from hell.
Oh, that sounds like his nightmare.
Yeah, that's these cheerleaders, they're too sex-starved. I can't help them. And then the movie just ends. Onyx saves Christmas. Ooh, an Onyx Krampus mashup would be good.
That would be really fun.
I would love a world where
especially with the new character that's going to appear in the second one.
Yes, I would love a world where, like in a monkey paw situation, I get my wish and I'm actually asked to make 6 Onyx movies, and they become that. Onyx saves Krampus, Onyx goes to space, Onyx versus Leprechaun. And I'm just like, God damn, I didn't know it would work out this well. Onyx of the Dead, Onyx Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, Onyx versus the entire world, It's a Wonderful Onyx, A Miracle on Onyx Street. Oh my gosh. And I think that's the Onyx 2 Electric Googaloo.
Was that all of them?
Yeah. I blazed through some. We didn't unpack them all. But like It's a Wonderful Onyx or Miracle on Onyx Street, it is hard to think about what like a Christmas, but I think it would be a Krampus movie. It would be Onyx like wanting to take the Jesus out of Christmas, and then like the Christian right coming for him.
It's already written.
It's already written.
Sorry, wrote it.
Yep. Sorry. It's happening. Onyx versus Jason. Onyx meets the Nightbreed. Oh Jesus, that would be great. Oh, people last week wanted us to talk about getting Jeffrey Combs, so I thought we would unpack that a little bit more. Even though it's kind of straightforward, but it's kind of not. Is Onyx hot? That's a question for the ages.
A lot of people think he is.
A lot of people think he is. Really? You think a lot of people think he is? Yeah, let's do that to me. Let's do that. Good idea, Olivia. Onyx versus Pumpkinhead. I wouldn't want to fuck up a Pumpkinhead movie with Onyx. That's the only thing. If I got to make a Pumpkinhead movie, I would cut Onyx out of it. First thing.
You would kill Onyx.
I would kill Onyx. Yeah. But I don't know. If there was a producer that was like, I don't know what to tell you. I've tried to get Pumpkinhead remade and it's fallen apart. The only way forward is to make it a horror comedy with an existing IP. The financiers are agreeing to Onyx. I'd be like, fuck it, dude. Then Onyx rides Pumpkinhead. You know what I mean? Like fully saddles Pumpkinhead and rides him as like his tauntaun. Did I lose you, or are you so into it you're speechless?
No, you've reached your end goal.
Yeah, exactly. Onyx and Haddonfield, that's definitely where they'll go after this new Halloween trilogy. They'll definitely want Onyx to get involved.
Are you putting... Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was going to make him ride Pumpkinhead. Is that okay?
Yeah, I thought you were starting Ghostbusters over.
Oh, do you want me to? Is it weird when the TV shuts off? Mm-hmm. It is weird. But let's do this first.
Yeah. Woo!
You know what I mean? That'll be my pitch.
What if Pumpkinhead whinnied?
Dude, he fucking would. I was about to do a whinny, and then I was like, why would I even try when I know? No,
that's
I'm not gonna...
like a little whinny.
Can you do others?
Yeah, I'm not going to do them right now.
Oh, fuck. All right. Have you planned a title sequence? What a really good question. The title sequence to Ernest Scared Stupid is something that I wanted to recreate. Oh, did you see a wuzzle, Nate, when I stood up? Sorry. Wuzzle sighting. But I think doing an opening title sequence would make people kind of already sick of Onyx. So I decided to not do an opening title sequence like the thing's done being cut. I don't know what I'm talking about.
When did you decide that? When did that?
Well, down here in my garage by myself alone one night, Olivia, when I make all of my important decisions and talk to the board. I've been down here so many times where I'm like, yeah, good idea. And there's no one else here.
That's you every night.
Yeah. So no title sequence, but a really cool end title sequence animated in the style of One Crazy Summer, other movies by Savage Steve Holland, the creator of Eat the Cat. He won't be doing the animation, but I just mean that kind of style. Okay. You can't, I don't know that you can buy this figure because this is the Kickstarter exclu. You can buy a green one and a bluish one. But I think we sold out. I don't remember the link. fortuitousfilms.bigcartel.com.
Maybe Ken remembers.
Maybe. But I think we might have sold all of them. The traditionally colored ones are for Kickstarter backers only. And then the green and blue ones are for sale, but I think we sold out. I know it is bigger, right?
It is big.
Yeah. I think that's the size like you'd want a vinyl to be, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe smaller, maybe bigger. I don't know.
He doesn't remember. Great.
He doesn't remember. Okay. It's all good. It's 6:30, so I'll have a little whiskey. It's not airplane whiskey.
Eyes Wide Onyx.
Jesus.
That's more my speed.
Yeah. Edward, good question.
Somebody says they just checked a few days ago and they're still available.
Oh, okay. There might be like 2 available or 3. Onyx versus Beer Fest. Wait, what did you just say? Oh, Eyes Wide Shut, Eyes Wide Onyx.
Eyes Wide Onyx. I'll write that one.
He's just like Fidelio. Onyx at a Kubrickian sex party would be quite fantastic. Y'all, so never mind. I was gonna make a joke that I was immediately gonna wish I'd cut out of the stream.
Don't worry, it's live.
yeah, for sure. So Terror Vision is a great old movie that I love. We tried. Well, that's also not something I'll say. Something about the casting.
You know, we were supposed to be talking about getting Jeffrey in the film.
So let's do it. We reached out to his agent, and then he said yes.
Yeah.
No, it's longer than that, but it is that traditional as far as we reached out to his agent, and we talked on the phone. The moment I got to Massachusetts, me and Jeffrey spoke. And what I had heard was, well, here, let me backtrack a little bit and make the story a little more interesting. He's repped by the same agent that represents Barbara Crampton. So I have a relationship with Barbara from past shorts and sketches. So to pull back the veil a little bit, I do think it helped that she could vouch for me, that his agents had worked with me through Barbara before. So it wasn't just a cold email, hey, will he come and be in this tiny movie in Massachusetts for 4 weeks? Well, I think his commitment was 2 weeks. But still, it's a lot. So I think the Barbara of it all helped. I think the agent knowing me helped, but it still took Jeffrey taking the time to read the script, which he did. He watched some of my other material. I think he watched Little Willie. I think he watched the sizzle reel for the puppets. And then he wanted to have a conversation with me. And I will say the conversation that I had with him when I landed in Logan, while I let my luggage just go around in circles on the baggage claim for an hour and a half, was one of the best conversations that I've ever had in regards to a film project. Because not only did he get the film, he was asking the right questions. Well, how are you going to film these puppets? And what is the tone? Are you going to take it seriously, or is it all kind of a parody? He had all the right questions for somebody that was in his position, not knowing what he would be walking into. And that actually made me feel good. I don't mind people asking a bunch of questions if they're kind of questioning on the right track. And I had answers, I think, for most of his questions. And we really gelled. We really got along.
You were so stoked after that.
I was so stoked. I think I called you in the Uber from the airport to my sister's house to say, I think he's our guy, because he was so engaged by the themes. He understood that this wasn't, I mean, it is a comedy, but I mean that it's trying for something more emotional.
You can't play into the comedy in this movie.
Yeah.
As the actors, you just can't.
Totally.
And he got that.
Totally got that. And he got that through his entire performance. Anything that Jeffrey does that's funny, just like anything that you do that's funny, it's funny because it's coming out of this committed place of anger or frustration toward Onyx or the situation. But no one is winking. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
No one is winking to the joke. Onyx versus Human Centipede would be a very short film because Onyx would just be like, put me in the middle, y'all. He wouldn't care. Yeah, he wouldn't care. So anyway, great conversation with him at Logan where he said, this sounds cool. You sound like a very handsome
I think
young
he
man.
used the words, Onyx is hot. And now I know you are too.
Yeah, he was like, I know Onyx is hot, but I didn't know you were so hot. And it's weird because this is dual layer of like intellectually hot, but also there's something going on physically. Like,
do you think Jeffrey's watching this live stream?
I don't know. No, Jeffrey was very supportive of the film and said, well, I want to do this, so let's just keep the conversation going. And we did, and then he came on board, and that's how it happened. So it's both very
so prepared,
so prepared, and all of you had so much silly words.
Andrew has a way of writing dialogue that doesn't exist in the real world, which is really fun, which is why I love doing your stuff.
It exists in my real.
Yeah, I know, but it has a rhythm. You have a rhythm, and if you don't really work on it, it's really hard to make it work. And it was really fun to work with Jeffrey because he got it. It has a bit of a Shakespearean rhythm.
Well, we've circled back around to compliments.
Watch out, it won't last long.
Yeah. So don't you think I kind of talk that way though when I get worked up?
Yes, you do.
Like when I call you on the phone, there might be a little more stutter stopping, but when I call you and I'm angry about something or I'm worked up, it gets into a rhythm that kind of sounds like
Onyx.
Yeah,
it does.
What was the backup plan if Jeffrey didn't join? There really wasn't a backup plan. I don't know if
not at that point.
No, I don't know if I should admit that now, but I will say this, Edward, not to harp on the fact that I'm like Shakespeare, but I don't think I write Onyx like I am in iambic pentameter.
No,
but when I read something out loud, it might just be my OCD.
Yeah.
It does either fit or not fit. And then I rewrite it to fit. And then my brain goes, that's right. And then I move on. But I don't know if it's iambic pentameter, but it's something that...
No, but it works well because the actors pick up on it eventually. It doesn't take long for the actors to pick up on it and to know what there's... Like if somebody wants to change a line and they ask to change it, they say it and then they quickly realize, oh, it doesn't actually work within this world, which just goes to show how solid the writing is in the Onyx universe. Or
they'll suggest a change that still kind of fits in the same space.
Yeah,
and
like
then,
me.
Totally. And so on the topic of OTD slaying, she slayed the whole time. And she'll slay in the second one and the third one. And in the fourth one that she's writing solo.
I'll be alone.
It'll just be hey, dude, a Ferris spinoff would be tight. Never mind, she's out.
Sorry, I was trying to read.
OTD, were you the first one to commit to the movie? I feel like you've been ride or die since day one. Oh, I think it's inarguable that you were the first one to commit. Yeah.
I've been here since day -69.
Negative 69 is when she showed up. Definitely day 000. You were there. An Onyx heist movie. Well, the funny thing is, the Masquerade Ball is kind of a heist in the second one. I say act like I've written that. I haven't even written that scene, but I know it will be a heist. Andrew didn't commit first. Yeah, I was out. For a while, I was out. Then Farrah came on, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool. She's my friend. It'd be fun to spend time with her.
I remember you pitching me the character.
Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
What'd I say?
I think you told me right away that you wanted me to have green hair.
Well, the poster had you with pink hair, and then a conversation we had.
Really?
It became green. It might have been my idea, but it came later because it was Beetlejuice green.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I also think I think maybe you were I
might have suggested because I've always wanted to have green hair.
If Onyx was in an episode of Drunk History, what would be his story told? Honestly, it would have to be something like the making of Gremlins 2 or something. I think about that often. Good. Of like, if I could get through a whole story drunk, it'd probably be like that. Probably be that. Were there any major disasters or low points during filming? I will say this. You shook your head no, as I was yes.
My brain couldn't process that question that fast.
Yeah. You make me turn on that light and then you lean out of that light.
Yeah, how's that feel?
Feels good. To me, the biggest thing was we lost our graveyard location. And I had scouted this graveyard in June and fallen in love with it. And then they ultimately said, no dice.
Yeah.
So
like 2 days before we needed to shoot. So
yeah.
It's so fucking lame.
Yeah. So that was stressful, but good producers, as good producers do, noticed how well our art department was doing. Our production designer, Teresa, and her whole department were killing it on the film. And they thought, well, what if we took everything that we had allocated, budgetarily speaking, and effort wise and resource wise, toward that practical location and funneled it into the creation of a graveyard on the back lawn of our mansion location.
There's a really cool back area behind the mansion where we shot that is like this overgrown bramble filled area, and it was like perfect to be. It works so much better because it feels like an 80s cemetery.
It does.
That clip you were showing me earlier with the bat,
Oh, totally.
that had a cemetery, and it just feels of the era.
It does, and it feels more intentional and cared for and designed. And you love bramble.
Fucking bramble.
You love digging through bramble and dealing with it.
Digging through bramble, fighting with it.
Yeah, and getting inserts of bramble that some people thought wasn't necessary, etc. But so now we had all the bramble that we wanted.
Yeah.
So it took a reset. I will admit it took a reset in my mind to be excited about the new option of building our own graveyard. But it didn't take long once I saw the work Teresa was doing to be excited about the new direction of building our own graveyard. Yeah, she was amazing.
Bramble in the wigs.
Bramble in the wigs. Hero hair. We're going to get Bramble in the wigs.
Do you remember the one tree that grabbed me?
I don't know.
And when I was like, I feel like I'm in Evil Dead.
Oh, was it when we were doing that one walk around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
totally.
Yeah.
Oh, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So it wound up being and I don't, people say this about production, that these kind of pitfalls become blessings in disguise, but I do think it was a blessing in disguise.
Totally.
I don't think we would have gotten through that finale.
There's no way we would have been able to do it on location.
Because think about the fact that by the end we did some cemetery stuff and then some mansion stuff in the same day.
Yeah, we were going back and forth.
You couldn't do that if we were going from Pittsfield Cemetery, not to put them on blast, back to the mansion location. Yeah. So it wound up truly being a blessing in disguise. Yeah. And that's when I am like, is there a saint dedicated to film production?
I think so.
Okay. What would be their name? Saint Elvira? Yeah, because it really did feel like someone was looking out for us. I will not say something that sounds like vaguely religious.
Too late.
Yeah, but you find these ways around circumstance, and I think that's really ingenuity is the true saint of production.
Oh, yes. Someone says Saint Scorsese.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Saint Satan.
Yeah, Saint Satan for sure. Yeah, don't be buried at Pittsfield Cemetery. They sold us out. No, I'm just kidding. They were great. They just couldn't get it approved. It's too big of an ask.
It's a huge ask.
Honestly, if I ran the cemetery, I would have told us no. I would have been like, no. Is Jeffrey Combs going to get a copy of the movie as well as the other actors? No, I'm not sending this to anybody.
You know what's funny about
Saint Raimi? I'll go with that.
Oh yeah, Saint Raimi. That's the best one.
You know what's funny about what? You don't have a copy of anything you've been in?
No, that's not something that's normally in my contract. Like I don't have, like, let's say any of the horror films I've done, like my mom goes and buys a DVD and sends it to me.
Right.
Magicians, I have to buy on Apple to watch, or iTunes.
Right.
Maybe not Apple. Yeah.
Right.
It's funny how that happens.
Well, because
I'm sure if I asked for it, they'd send it, but it's not like an automatic.
Well, because there probably aren't boxes of DVDs sitting somewhere for people to be shipped.
Yeah.
I
also don't watch what I make, so it's fine.
Yeah. If you two were in the Warriors, you would be the roller skate gang. Correct.
Yes.
Except, spoiler alert, she knows this.
Oh, I've been thinking about this a lot lately.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
I can't skate.
Not yet.
Yeah, you'll be the one to teach me how to skate.
Mm-hmm.
I can't skate. That it goes without saying, but that means I skate. That means.
Somebody asked me, I got a copy of Dude Bro. Yeah.
Oh, good.
That's different.
Question.
That's different.
I
got a VHS copy of Dude
Whoa!
Bro.
She came in from the side. I can't skateboard. I can't ice skate. I can't roller skate. I can't snowboard. I can't ski. I can't. The only thing I can do staying upright is standing and walking. That's it. I mean, I can dance at the Maverick
Actually, you
Saloon.
can dance. Want me to pull that video up?
You can. That's fine. If we're in
There's
the
so much video.
oh, for sure, it makes the whole presentation much more varied and interesting. Ken says it's strange that we don't get copies of things. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see a little clip of Bowser dancing.
Here's me cutting a rug.
Let's go, let's roll.
Oh yeah, here he is.
That's blurry.
That's okay. The night was blurry. Representative of how I felt at the time. So that's just me at a Maverick Saloon. In I don't know if it's actually
Los Olivos?
I don't know if it'd be Los Olivos. Let me see. I was killing it. Everybody was asking me to dance because they knew me. I was like a celebrity. And that's not true. Norco. That's the city, it says.
No.
Old Hammer Road in Norco.
Weird.
Okay.
Somebody asked if you can pogo. No, probably not.
Fuck no. And I'm never getting on one of those stupid fucking hoverboards, and I'm never doing a one wheel, even though
I
there
used to
are-
ride a unicycle.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh. There were. Thank you, Sean. We just got a wonderful tip for showing that video.
Your
Show all the
moves are
videos you
worth-
want.
You're worth $4.99.
$4.99. You know that's the they call me $4.99 Bowser on the dance
Dang, wait
floor.
a sec. How much more money can we make? I got a lot of videos.
Hey, chill. Wow, what a dark Saving Private Onyx after he's drafted into World War
Jeez.
III. Yikes. Yeah, it's a no on Heelys. Farrah on a unicycle. That would make sense.
Actually, that would work. I don't think I can do it anymore, though.
You don't think you can do a unicycle now?
Maybe. One of my old horse trainers had us unicycle.
That sounds like a fake sentence.
It's not.
Do you think you could try doing a unicycle on the live stream next week? If I provide the unicycle.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Let me ask you this. Is it easier to try it in a small space that's on soft ground
Yeah. Well, I mean,
over doing it out on the street?
I wouldn't be able to do it. It takes time to get that back. You have to use crutches for a while to get, to get your balance back.
I
on it.
don't know.
Okay.
Okay. So I need to provide the
I'll
crutches
do that
too?
if you go ride my horse.
I'll ride your horse.
You should come ride our tag.
I've never even been invited to the
I've
barn.
asked you to come meet him. And
You
won't
have never
come.
invited me to the barn.
I ask you, are you allergic to horses like you are dogs?
And I say, I don't know. We'll
Well,
have to
let's
see.
find out. Your inhaler's right over there.
Yeah, my inhaler is right over there. First of all,
Onyx rides a horse.
Onyx rides a horse. We did talk about Farrah having a horse. That might be for part 3.
Fine.
You would let me ride Artax?
Yes, of course.
But isn't that
Only
like
if I can video it.
you can video it and show it on the live stream next week? But let me ask you this: odds are I waiting for
Okay.
OTD as a young Patricia Arquette in a biopic. We should talk about the
Dream
other
come
biopic
true.
we're talking about.
It would be my dream come true.
Yeah,
Oh, we
Mm.
can't talk about that.
I know.
It's too soon.
I know. But let me ask you this:
Yeah.
I will fall off your horse.
No,
No, because he's chill. I have ridden a horse before.
he's not chill, but he'll take care of you.
I have ridden a horse before.
Really?
Yeah, but I would never say that to you.
You just did.
Yeah, but saying that to you, that's like I know that me saying I've ridden a horse before doesn't mean anything to someone who rides a horse all the time. Like the amount I've ridden a horse is nominal to.
All right, you're gonna ride our tax. I'm
Okay.
gonna make that happen.
That's fine. I worked at a horse farm. Have we ever talked about this?
What are you fucking talking about?
I worked one of my first jobs when I had like just turned 15 was a farm in Annapolis, Maryland that had 3 horses.
How have you never told me this?
I don't know because it was my job for over a year. And I was in charge of, I did a lot of gardening. I did a lot of potting of plants.
That has nothing
And
to do
that-
with horses.
And then the second part of this anecdote does. And then I was in charge of feeding horses. I had to walk horses. And I had to watch them piss and shit all the time.
This
That's
is bad.
mainly what I remember. Is I'd be potting plants and then it would just be like, and I was like, oh, hey, all right. just watching this fucking
You're coming to the barn.
horse dick. Yeah. I had not tried Brad Dourif before Jeffrey Combs. No. But I love Brad Dourif. And I have one episode left of the Chucky show to watch. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. I left the room for 5 minutes and y'all are talking about horses.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
We jumped subjects. Onyx goes west.
I mean,
Oh, that'd be great.
that'd be my dream.
I call you up and I'm like, Olivia, you're shooting a Western next year. And you're like, what do you mean? What? And I'm like, Onyx 5.
Can Farrah have like a full length leather coat that she rides? She has like
Yeah.
a big black horse.
She dresses like Sharon Stone in The Quick and the Dead.
Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh fuck.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem. If we make Onyx 5, right, it would inevitably be tinged with like elements of Wild Wild West. There'll be a robotic spider at some point.
I mean, we could do it better.
We could do it better, but it will still bomb and lose a lot of money for everyone
When you're
involved.
at the point of making number 5, you know you're gonna bomb. It's fine.
Right. You're just riding the lightning of like
Yeah,
every
we'll already have
wild
other stuff
idea.
in development that's working.
Oh, okay.
This will just be for fun.
Like a sequel to R.I.P.D. Just kidding. That's that Ryan Reynolds bomb. About paranormal police. Anyway, Brokeback Onyx, great idea.
Love it.
Love it.
Honestly, no, never mind.
No, what? What were you gonna say, Olivia? Okay, you can just tell me later. Friday 23rd, PSR 5 was a masterpiece. Do you mean Friday the 13th for the PS5?
Yeah.
Maybe. I haven't played the Friday the 13th game.
Look, movie number 3, medieval time travel film. You can ride horses and joust and shit. Actually, funny enough, we talked about this.
We talked about this week.
Andrew doesn't like medieval films. Don't know why. He doesn't like that era. You like Army of Darkness.
I like Army of Darkness, but the part of it I like the least is the part that involves horses and knights. And like, I like him going to the cemetery, and I like him fighting the different versions of himself in the windmill. But I'm not a medieval guy, and I don't know what it is. There's a disconnect. I don't know what it is.
I mean,
Disappointing?
yeah.
Yeah. Would you like to walk out with 7 minutes left of the stream?
I could.
Yeah, you could. It would be quite a statement. I don't like outwardly dislike medieval stuff.
Have you never been to a Renaissance fair?
Yeah, dude.
Do you like the Renaissance fair?
Yeah, I like the Renaissance fair.
Okay.
Because I like mead and turkey legs.
Me
And I like it when the well, I might not say that on stream. There's no, I'll say it. I like it when the people serving you drinks
Mhm.
insult you
Oh,
when they make you drink. Yeah, that happens and it's really
that's
funny.
not what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, what did you think I was gonna say?
Knock the salmon on spring.
Okay. Because they'll pour your drink and they'll make you sip at the edge of it,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll like insult you for not being able to keep up with their pour.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, it's good time. It's just fun. You know what I mean, Olivia? It's fun.
I know.
I haven't seen Pig. Outlander or The 13th Warrior, both great questions. Both I would never watch because of the medieval aspect of them. But actually, the Martin Lawrence medieval movie is an exception because I watched it and loved it because I love Martin Lawrence. So that's different. Oh my gosh, it's Abby. What? That's wild. How are you, AP? Oh my gosh.
That's so cute.
That is so cute. Oh no, somebody said, you make me so sad. Oh, well, why? Or
Me
should I
too.
not ask?
You make me sad.
I make you
Look,
sad?
you're going to have one ride on RD and you're going to love medieval shit.
You think it's a matter of me having a relationship with an actual horse?
Yes.
That will make me love medieval things.
Yes.
Okay, we'll see. You should watch Excalibur. I've watched Excalibur. I do like Excalibur. Do I rewatch Excalibur? I do not. However, we talked recently about The Sword and the Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oof.
Love it.
Love it.
But I think it like tickles a different part of my fancy liking Sword in the Stone is because of the animation, because of all the transformation during
The
that
animation is just so fucking top notch.
and that like the whole spell battle. I
Mhm.
don't know. It's just
We should
different.
watch it on the Stone.
Okay. Ren Fair started in California. Oh, interesting. As progressive and inclusive counterculture movements. Well, they were led by feminist icons. Oh, that's great. I still love going to a Ren Fair. I love seeing falconry in action.
Mhm. Oh, I've been to a lot of Ren fairs.
So here's the thing. When you get into fantasy, it's still hard to keep me on board.
What?
I know.
How are we friends?
I don't know. Look, I love Willow. I love Legend. But I've had this conversation with my buddy Brendan as recently as last week. I'm not a fantasyman. It's not inevitable.
Fantasyman.
A fantasyman. Where there's other subgenres that are inevitable with me. Do you know what I mean? That House by the Cemetery
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that we
what
watched.
movie is that?
House by the
Oh,
Cemetery.
that's what it's called. Okay.
Okay. Ken says that stuff about the Ren Fair isn't true. All right. Showdown. Who's correct? I don't know. That'll take a long time to research. House by the Cemetery, I'm all in. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You got me with the title alone. House on a Haunted Hill. All in, even though ultimately it winds up being like a Scooby-Doo switcheroo.
Right.
And I'm not about that life.
No.
But I'm still all in on the vibes. Oh, thank you, Thomas. If I had to survive in an underground bunker, what 3 archives of YouTube channels will you take? I'll tell you right now, whatever YouTube channel has Spookies, the movie Spookies, a YouTube channel called Toy Galaxy.
Oh, God.
Hey. And then a YouTube channel that has like public domain horror films. You know what I mean? I watch stuff on those channels all the time. I know what Olivia. Well, I know one.
Don't talk about my YouTube taste on here. That's not for them to know.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Makes me sound basic AF.
No, well, I said Toy Galaxy was one of mine.
That's true.
Ken, I don't know. I don't know if Ren Fairs were. It's out of my. I just spent the last 10 minutes talking about how little I know about medieval times and medieval culture. Are you a fan of The Burbs with Tom Hanks? Yeah.
I haven't seen that so long.
What?
I haven't seen that in so long. When was the last time you watched The Burbs?
2 weeks ago.
What?
It's on VHS.
Oh, that's
right over there.
That's right.
Woo! Counting my Burbs knowledge over here. Okay, might be time to end the stream. Have you watched
it? Are we fighting on the stream today?
Yeah. This will be uploaded as Huge Fight, Olivia versus Bows.
I mean, honestly, you'd get a lot of views.
A lot of views. Yeah. What would the thumbnail be though? It'd have to be me scared.
Why? Oh yeah, no, you're right.
A thumbnail. And you would just have a fist up. If you do it, I can make it the thumbnail.
No.
All right, fine.
I'll just strangle you.
Yeah. Did Worm get away at the end? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Thoughts on Attenborough's Magic? You mean the movie that I own multiple copies of and have the book, the novelization of? I absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. We've got 1 minute left. And with that minute, I would like to ask Olivia a question.
Okay.
If you had to title Onyx number 4 that you're writing alone right now, what would you call it?
Yeah, fuck. You know I don't do well with this.
Part 2 is
I don't do well when you ask me a question. I wait 5 minutes and then I hit you with it.
Okay, well then how about this? The top of next week's stream.
Okay.
You have an answer to that question. Because we've gone from just being happy with how the filming of the first Onyx movie went to naming part 4.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're pretty.
You don't think it's at
we're
all
not
delusional? No, yeah. You think it's cool? Okay, we
Yeah,
can
it's
dream that
fine.
far ahead. Okay. Well, then fine. Then it's fine. Okay. Onyx for Life, Lyfe, not a bad pitch. Onyx and Ted's Bogus Journey.
I mean, that's actually more like number 2.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I mean?
Oh, I had the thought on my hike today when I was getting every good idea under the sun that Onyx 2 is a lot like Bogus Journey. You know, we haven't talked about this, but he needs to go to hell at some point. Maybe there's an alternate reality explored where he
Yeah.
does choose Farah at the end of part 1.
Yes, I wanted that. Actually, in this movie, there was one conversation where he did.
Yeah.
You don't remember it?
Even in part 1 where he did?
Yeah. It was just a
Interesting.
conversation. I never made it in the script.
Huh. Okay. Well, maybe it's a part 3 or a part 4 type of thing. Or maybe it's part 2 type of thing. Okay.
He couldn't handle it.
All right. I'll see everybody next week. Thank you for joining in.
Thanks, guys.
I'll send this file to somebody who can CGI out my rosy cheeks, and then I'll upload it.
Your cheeks are rosy.
Oh, they are. We do have, actually, we did have a still photographer on set. There's a lot of great behind the scenes photos.
So good.
I haven't even looked at them, but there's a big folder full of them, and maybe we'll upload some over the coming weeks.
I should gather
editing.
some more videos of you to show on the live stream.
Oh, yeah. Make sure they're all really embarrassing and super insightful into the process.
Yes, you can call me Olive.
Oh, cute. Hero Hair, thank you.
Love you guys.
Yeah. All right. Talk to everybody soon. Thank you. Bye.